Welcome back to the channel. Today we're doing a math course, and today we're learning about permutations and combinations. And as you can see, you'll get a lot of problems on this. So let's get right into it. So let's start out by giving an example of where probability and of permutations and combinations will be used in regular ways. Okay, so let's start by giving an example for permutations. So in permutations, the order does matter. So whatever order it's in does matter. So let's say, how many different ways can we arrange the three letters A, B, C? So obviously we already have one. A, B, C is one way to arrange them. We also have A, C, B, right? We also have B, A, C. We can also get B, C, A. And we have C, A, B. And CBA, right? So we each have six. So we each have two for each starting letter. So A with the starting letter has BC, CB. C with the starting letter has AB, BA, and B with the starting letter has AC and CA. So these are how we're gonna use permutations in your daily life. So you can see. So order doesn't matter. It's basically just asking the arrangement of different objects or such as that. So now that we're done with giving examples of permutations, let's go on to combinations. So when we're going on to combinations, let's use this in an example of how we can use combinations. So we have to make pairs out of the four letters that are given: A, B, C, and D, right? So in combinations, the order doesn't matter. As long as the two letters have the same letters, basically, they count as the same thing. So A, B, and B, A, you can't have both. You can only have A, B, or you can have B, A, one of them. So using that, we can see we have A, B, A, C, and A, D, right? So we have A, B, A, C, and A, D, right? So now we can also take, since we already have, we can't make BA, we can make BC and BD. So BC and BD. Okay, so then the last one we can't make BC again, so now we can make CD. So CD. Okay, and now we don't have any repetitive. Oops, I accidentally wrote this as a C. Repetitive pairs. Okay, so we just have these. So none of them backwards make any of the others. So that's how we know we have all the combinations. So the way it's arranged does not matter. So that's the difference between probability. In probability, that's the difference between permutations and combinations. So now let's get on to how to solve both permutations and combinations. Okay, so let's start off with permutations. So the equation for permutations is the amount of permutations is equal to n factorial, total number, divided by n minus r factorial. Okay, so I'll show you a problem and how it's gonna be done. Let's say we have the word India. Okay, we have the word India. How many unique ways can this be arranged? So we see there's a recurring letter I. So there's two I's. So what we're gonna do, let's open. P is equal to total number. So there's 5 letters. So it's n factorial divided by, and then we have to count the unique, not the same. So we have 2 I's. So we have N, D, and A that are unique. So those are 5 minus 3 factorial. Okay? And that is equal to 5 factorial divided by 2 factorial. So now I can just show you how to demonstrate. And so we have 5 factorial over 2 factorial, which basically means 5 times 4 times 3 times 2 times 1, right? And then we have 2 factorial, which means 2 times 1. So now we can just cross this out on both sides. We have to do 5 times 4 times 3. And so 5 times 4 is 20, times 3 is 60. So we know that the amount of permutations is 60. So that's how we're going to use it. So once again, I'll just repeat of what we did. So in the equation, we have p equals n factorial divided by n minus r factorial, right? And we take the total number of letters. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I, N, D, I, A. So that's the total number. So N is going to be 5. It's the total number. And then R is the amount of unique letters. So N, D, and A. Since we have two I's, they're not unique. And they can be rewritten, right? So we take 5 minus 3, which is 2 factorial. And then after that, we went through this. Got 5 factorial over 2 factorial. Then we crossed 2 times 1 on both sides, which let us get 5 times 4 times 3, which is 60. So that's how many permutations we had. Okay, let's go to combinations now. Let's go on to combinations. The equation for combinations is very similar to one for permutations. So we have C, right, is equal, which is combinations, is equal to n factorial, just like last time, except the difference is we have the same n minus r factorial, but we also have r factorial. That's r factorial multiplied by n minus r factorial. So let's just do a quick example for it, and I'll show you how it's used. So how many groups of 3 people can you make in a total of 10 people? Okay, let's try that out. So we know that C is equal to 10 factorial divided by 3 factorial, and we have 10 minus 3, which is 7 factorial. So we have C is equal to 10 factorial, and we have 7 factorial, so we can cross everything out. We just take 7 factorial out. We do 7 times 9 times 8, because everything behind is already taken out by 7 factorial, divided by 3 times 2 times 1, which is basically just 3 factorial, right? So now we have 10 times 9 times 8, which is 720, divided by 6. So now that we have that, it's pretty easy to solve. We just do 720 divided by 6, which is 120. So the amount of combinations is 120. So you can make 120 unique teams or groups of 3 or teams of 3 in 10 people. So that's how you do it. Let's just reiterate and let's go and see. So we had the old one. So we have combinations, and the n is the total. We have 10, right? Then r, we just have 3, and then we have 10 minus 3, which this is how we got 7. And then 10 times 9 times 8 times 7, there was all times 6, and all the way to 1, except we factored out 7 factorial on both sides, and we just got 10 times 9 times 8 divided by 3 factorial, which is just 3 times 2 times 1. So then after multiplying, we got 720 divided by 6, and then once you do that, you get 120. So you have 120 different combinations. That's how we did it. Thanks for watching. So I hope you learned about permutations and combinations today. And if you liked this video, then make sure to check out our other courses and try and subscribe, because we really appreciate that. And we're trying to hit 500 subscribers, which would be really cool. So again, thanks for watching. stay safe, and we'll see you next time.